the anger I still carry in my chest. B is for the bedtime when you swore you'd never rest. C is for the coffee that I make but never drink. D is for the doorway where I watched your shadow sink. E is for the emptiness that moved into your space. F is for the future that I cannot seem to face. G is for the garden where we said we'd grow old. H is for the half-truths that your gentle mouth once told. I'm learning the alphabet of your name, the letters of our loss, each one a monument, each one a heavy cross. A is for the after, B is for the before, C is for the canyon of the closing of the door. I'm spelling out the syllables of everything we were, and every letter cuts me, every letter burns. I is for the image of your face against the light. J is for the jealousy of every happy night. K is for the kindness that you showed me at the end. L is for the lover that I lost, not just a friend. M is for the mornings when I wake up and forget. N is for the nevermore, the echo of regret. O is for the ocean of the tears I haven't cried. P is for the promise that you made and then denied. I'm learning the alphabet of your name. I've memorized the pain, A to Z of everything I'll never hold again. But letters are just symbols, they're not the thing itself. And I've kept your name on a shelf next to the dictionary of us, the lexicon of we, the language that you took from me, the words you set free. A is for the anger that I'm finally letting go. B is for the beginning that I'm finally trying to know. C is for the courage to close the book at last, to stop spelling out a future that's buried in the past. The alphabet of your name, I'll fold it like a letter and put it in a drawer, not to forget you, but to finally remember who I was before I learned to spell your name, before I learned to lose, before I learned that love is the alphabet of blue. our curtains for the window in the hall. Talked about what color we should paint the bedroom wall. You said gray was timeless, I said blue like morning sky. We settled on a compromise, the way we always tried. We measured for a crib one night, just joking, just in case. But the way you held the tape measure said forever on your face. We were always on the verge of something just ahead, always one step from the altar, one breath from the bed that would hold us for a lifetime through the wrinkles and the gray. But the verge became the edge, and the edge became the day. We were almost forever, almost made it to the end, almost had the kind of love that doesn't break, just bends, almost built a house together, almost had a family, almost grew old holding hands, almost meant forever to me. Almost forever is the longest, almost there is, almost forever is the promise that broken life still in the corners of my heart, still in the spaces of my chest. Almost forever, we were almost blessed. I still have the ring I never got to give. You kept it in my drawer, a symbol of the life we never lived to. See through to the finish line, the golden years of rocking chairs. I take it out sometimes and hold it, feel the weight of all our prayers. It wasn't expensive, just a simple silver band, but it held the weight of every dream we ever planned. You said you weren't ready, said forever felt too far. Said you loved me, but you needed to know who you are. I said I'd wait forever, I said take all the time you need. But forever was a word we had planted like a seed that never grew. We were almost, we're almost made it to the end, almost had the kind of love that doesn't break, just bends, almost built a house together, almost had a family, almost grew old holding hands, almost meant forever to me. Almost forever is the longest, almost there is, almost forever is the promise, the broken life still in the corners of my heart, still in the spaces of my chest. Almost forever, we were almost blessed. I saw you at the coffee shop, pushing a stroller slow. You didn't see me watching, you didn't need to know. The baby had your eyes the way you tilt your head, someone else's forever, someone else's thread. You looked happy, truly happy, the way I always hoped you'd be. And I was happy for you too, but happy didn't rescue me, because I was almost the one pushing that stroller next to you. Almost forever, almost came true. We were almost forever, almost made it to the end, almost had the kind of love that doesn't break, just bends, almost built a house together, almost had a family, almost And that's the closest I got, almost forever. And that's a lot, but it's not forever. I wrote it on a napkin at the airport bar in June, the one where you were flying out, watching the red-eye moon. I'd driven 3 hours just to catch you before security lines. But my tongue got thick with terror, and I ran out of time. I watched you take your boarding pass, watched you disappear. And all the words I should have said stayed stranded, trapped in fear. So I wrote them on that napkin, smudged with coffee and regret. And I folded it so carefully, a paper silhouette. This is the apology you never heard, the one I never sent, the one that lives inside my chest, the one that's heaven sent and damned and cursed and buried deep in drawers and pockets and old coats, the one I've written 1,000 times, the one that always floats back up to the surface when I'm drunk and when I'm weak at 3 a.m. The apology you never heard, the one that starts with I'm sorry, friend. I'm sorry that I didn't dance with you at your sister's wedding. I was too proud, too insecure, too busy with my dreading that someone would see how much I loved you, how my heart was on my sleeve. So I stood against the wall and watched you leave. I'm sorry that I never said the words you needed most, that I let silence be my armor, let distance be my boast. I thought that if I didn't need you out, I couldn't lose you fast. But quiet love just fades away, no future, just a past. This is the apology you never heard, the one I never sent, the one that lives inside my chest, the one that's heaven sent and damned and cursed and buried deep in drawers and pockets and old coats, the one I've written 1,000 times, the one that always flows back up to the surface when I'm drunk and when I'm weak at 3 a.m. The apology you never heard, the one that starts with I'm sorry, friend. I wrote another one last week on the back of a receipt. I'm sorry that I didn't fight for you. I'm sorry I admitted defeat. I'm sorry that I let you think you weren't the center of my world. I'm sorry I was such a boy when I should have been your man, your pearl. I sealed it in an envelope, I wrote your name in blue. I walked it to the mailbox, stood there frozen, tried and true. And then I took it home again like all the times before, because apologies are easier to write than they are to restore. Oh, this is the apology you never heard and now you never will. I saw your wedding photos on Instagram. You're standing on a hill, you look so happy, so complete, so finally at peace. And I am just a chapter that you've taught your heart to release. So I'll keep my sorry folded in the nightstand where it's always been. The apology you never heard, the one you never read, my friend. I wrote it on a napkin at the airport bar in June. Wonder where you were flying out, watching the red-eye moon. And it's still in my wallet, worn and soft and creased. A permanent petition for pardon never released. This is the apology you never heard. But God, I hope you knew that even in my silence I was always sorry. I was always, always sorry. I was always in love with you. We started like a summer day, golden and unafraid. The kind of warm that seeps into your bones and then it stays. You taste it like the honey from the flowers in your hands. I thought we'd go on forever, thought we'd always land right here in the garden we had planted side by side. Dreaming that the harvest would be tears I couldn't hide. The bees kept coming back long after all the petals fell. I kept coming back to you long after you said farewell. This is the bitter end of sweet. The sugar turned to salt on my tongue. This is the place where and everything we built comes undone. We started with nectar, ended with wine that turned to vinegar over time. This is the bitter end of sweet, the aftertaste of you on me. Remember how you kissed me and my mouth would fill with light. Remember how you sound at night. I kept a jar of honey from the house behind your shed. Never opened it, just watch it crystallize instead. Like us, it got too hard to spread, too solid to consume. And sweetness turned to granules in an empty, silent room. I should have tasted it back then when it was still pure gold. Now it's just a memory of something I can't hold. This is the bitter end of sweet. The sugar turned to salt on my tongue. This is the place where love retreats and everything we built comes undone. We started with nectar, ended with wine that turned to vinegar over time. This is the bitter end of sweet, the aftertaste of you on me. Every love has an expiration date they don't put on the jar. Every sweetness has a shadow that follows where you are. Kept you in the pantry, kept you on the highest shelf, thinking if I saved you I could save myself. But last night I opened it and dipped my finger in the honey. Had gone amber, the sweetness wearing thin. I tasted you again for the first time in years, and all I felt was bitterness. All I tasted was tears. This is the bitter end of sweet. The sugar turned to salt on my tongue. This is the place where love retreats and everything 1,000 years, but they never stored a broken heart next to crystallized tears. They never tasted yesterday and found it sour on the tongue. They never loved someone so much and came out so unsung. So I'll throw away the honey, wash the jar and set it free. This is the bitter end of sweet. The bitter end of you and me. Bitter end of sweet. The bitter end of sweet is the only taste left. We met in late September, leaves were just beginning time. You were healing from a fire I was still trying to unlearn. All the ways that love and wrong that carved itself for me. Two broken people standing underneath the same old tree. We should have been a season later, should have waited for the spring. We had the right love, wrong against right feelings. Wrong address, just two clocks set to different times. Blaming the hands, blaming the chimes. So I blame it on the timing, blame it on the stars, blame it on the traffic that kept us apart in our cars. Blame it on the calendar, blame it on the moon, blame it on the phone that called me 30 seconds too soon. I blame it on the timing, 'cause the alternative's too hard. The maybe right person, right place still breaks your heart. You were finally getting stable, I was just about to leave for a job across the country, for a life I had to grieve. You said maybe in another life I'll circle back around. I said maybe in another life I'll still be in this town. We tried to stretch the minutes, tried to bend the hands of fate, but the clock kept right on ticking and we ran out of lane. We had the right love, wrong decade, right heart, wrong parade. Just two ships passing in the rain. Never the same port, never the same lane. So I blame it on the timing, blame it on the stars, blame it on the traffic that kept us apart in our cars. Blame it on the calendar, blame it on the moon, blame it on the phone that called me 30 seconds too soon. I'll blame it on the timing, 'cause the alternative's too hard. The maybe right person, right place still breaks your heart. But what if timing is just an excuse we tell ourselves at night? What if there's no perfect moment, no alignment of the light? What if love that's meant to stay would fight through any storm? What if we just weren't brave enough to keep each other warm? I can blame the seconds, I can blame the hands, I can blame the universe for all its cosmic plans. But late at night when I'm alone and stripped of all defense, I wonder if we never tried because we never had the confidence. So I blame it on the timing, blame it on the years, blame it on the baggage, blame it on the fears, blame it on the moment we both looked the other way, blame it on the words we were too afraid to say. I'll blame it on the timing, 'cause it's kinder than the truth that we had every moment and we still let time slip through. Maybe in life we got the timing right. Maybe in another universe we didn't say goodbye. But in this one, I'm still blaming the hands, the clocks, the waiting, the timing. I'll always blame it on the timing. 'Cause blaming you would break me, and blaming me already does. So I'll blame it on the timing, for it never was. I read somewhere that when they come, the ones with wings of blue, it's a message from the ones we loved, a sign they're watching you. So when I saw him at your window on that gray November day, I froze there on the sidewalk, forgot what I was meant to say. He tilted his head, blinked once, twice, stared right through the glass, and I swear I felt your grandmother's hand upon my shoulder pass. She used to feed them peanuts on the porch of her old house, and you would laugh and say she was the bird whisperer devout. There's a blue jay at your window, and I think he's here for you. A flash of wings, a memory, a splash of sky and blue. He comes when you are lonely, when the grief sits on your chest, a feathered prayer, a living sign that you should get some rest. There's a blue jay at your window, and I hope you let him in. 'Cause the ones we love are never gone, they just come back as kin. I saw him again on Tuesday, perched upon the sill, the same one from the old house, the one that's standing still since your grandmother moved to heaven, since you locked the door behind and left the peanuts in the cabinet. I wanted to know, to tell you that the blue jay had returned, and maybe it was her way of saying all the love you've earned. You're still here, still watching, still waiting for the day you stop apologizing for the grief that's here to stay. There's a blue jay at your window, and I think he's here for you. A flash of wings and memory, a splash of sky and blue. He comes when you are lonely, when the grief sits on your chest, a feathered prayer, a living sign that you should get some rest. There's a blue jay at your window, and I hope you let him in. 'Cause the ones we love are never gone, they just come back as kin. I know we don't talk anymore, I know the silence is my fault. I know I had my chances, and I let them all get lost. But standing in the cold that day, watching you watch, and I realized that some loves don't end, they just learn to swim in the waters of the distance and the currents of the years. And maybe you still miss me, maybe you still taste the tears, or maybe you've forgotten, maybe I'm just a ghost. But the blue jay doesn't know about the things we lost the most. There's a blue jay at your window, and he comes to you, not me. He knows who needs the message, he knows who needs to see. hope he brings you peace somehow. I hope you're learning how. I read somewhere that when they come, the ones with wings of blue, it's a message from the ones we loved, a sign they're watching you. So if you see him at your window on a gray November day, know that she is with you still, and she'll never go away. And maybe I am still in love with you, maybe that will never fade. But the blue jay isn't here for me. He was always yours, he was always hers, he was always made to carry love across the veil, to bridge the gap between. And if you ever see him, tell him I still believe in signs and wings and messages and love that doesn't die. Tell him I saw him at your window and I didn't say goodbye. I found it on the nightstand, pressed between the pages of the novel you were reading in the final of our stages. A faded movie ticket from our very first day, June 15, 2017. I was 22, you were 28. Your dog, your page 487, where the lovers reunite after years of separation, after years of lonely nights. You always were an optimist, believed in second tries, but you left your bookmark in our story and walked out before the prize. You left a bookmark in our story, marked the spot where you gave up, pressed between the chapters, filled your coffee cup and walked away from the library of everything we were, a permanent placeholder in a narrative that blurs. You left a bookmark in our story, and I keep turning pages, hoping you'll come back to read the ending that my heart still wages. I haven't moved the book from where you placed it that last night. The spine has cracked the cover, worn the bind and losing fight. Sometimes I open to the page, run my finger down the crease, like I'm touching the last moment when we were still at peace. You never got to finish and never learned how they end, whether the lovers make it or their hearts must learn to bend. I looked up the summary online, couldn't help myself. They make it, they survive it all, they put their love back on the shelf. You left a bookmark in our story, marked the spot where you gave up, pressed between the chapters, filled your coffee cup and walked away from the library of everything we were, a permanent placeholder in a narrative that blurs. You left a bookmark in our story, and I keep turning pages, hoping you'll come back to read the ending that my heart still wages. I think about the irony that you believed in fate and second chances and true love, conquering all the weight of distance and the silence and love years that creep between. Couldn't wait to see if we would make it, couldn't wait to see if we were like those characters destined to prevail. You stopped believing in our story, dropped the bookmark, left the trail, and I'm here still reading, still hoping for the end where you walk back through the door and call me lover, call me friend. You left a bookmark in our story, and I think I understand. Some stories don't get finished, some love slips through your head. between the pages of the novel you were reading in the final of our stages. And I placed it back exactly where you left it that last night. A bookmark in our story, a pause before the light. You left a bookmark in our story, and I'll never close the spine, because as long as that paper sits there, we still have time. We still have time. We still have time. The bookmark says you pause, but it doesn't say you stop. And I'll keep reading. I'll keep reading until my heart drops. We met in March, you left in June. 3 months and 17 days. I knew from the beginning it was borrowed time we spent in haze. You had a ticket to another city, another life, another man. I was just a detour, a temporary plan. But the way you looked at me that April evening in the park made me forget that you were leaving me. The dark that would come when summer ended and you boarded that plane. I loved you on borrowed time, and I'd do it all again. On borrowed time, spending days we couldn't keep. Borrowed hours, borrowed nights, borrowed love so deep. Every kiss was a withdrawal from an account couldn't fill. Every touch was a payment on a debt the time would kill. Borrowed time, the cruelest kind of loan, because the interest was you leaving and the collateral was my home. You never promised forever, you were honest from the start. You said I have to go, my love, it's tearing me apart. But I was young and foolish, thought maybe you would stay. Thought maybe love could conquer geography and grace. So I loved you like there was no tomorrow, 'cause there wasn't, not for us. I loved you in the present tense, without a future, without trust that we would see the autumn leaves, the first snow, the spring. We only had a season and we squeezed out everything. We were living on borrowed time, spending days we couldn't keep. Borrowed hours, borrowed nights, borrowed love so deep. Every kiss was a withdrawal from an account we couldn't fill. Every touch was a payment on a debt the time would kill. Borrowed time, the cruelest kind of loan, because the interest was your leaving and the collateral was my home. The day you left that baggage claim, you held me close and cried. You said thank you for the borrowed time, for being by my side. You said I'll never forget you. These months were not a waste, and I nodded, unable to speak, unable to taste anything but the ash of a love that burned too bright, too fast, too fierce, too beautiful to last the night. You walked through security, turned back once, waved your hand, and I stood there watching borrowed time expire on the land. We lived on borrowed time, and I've been paying back the debt every day since you left me. Every night of regret, but I don't regret a And sometimes people ask me if I wish we'd never met, if the pain was worth the pleasure, if I take the dead. And I always say the same thing with my hand upon my chest. Borrowed time with you is still time with you, and I'd borrow it again and again and again until the universe calls in its final due. Borrowed time, the only time it ever felt like mine. Borrowed time, and I'd pay it back 1,000 times just to feel you in my arms again, just to hear you say my name. Borrowed time with you was never borrowed. It was the only time I ever came. I found one your hair ties underneath the sink, a toothpaste cap left off again. It made me stop and think. I used to curse the clutter that you always left behind, the half-read books on every shelf. You drove me out my mind. Your coffee cup without a coaster stained the wooden grain. I wipe the counters clean inside and do it all again. Now the kitchen counter sparkles, not a single crumb remains, and the quiet is so perfect it's driving me insane. 'Cause I wish you had stayed messy, I wish you left your mark. I wish the bed wasn't made so tight here in the dark. I used to beg for order, now I'm begging at the door for a jacket on the banister, your shoes across the floor. I wish you hadn't cleaned up so neat when you walked away. I wish you had stayed messy, maybe then you would have stayed. Has no more fingerprints on the side, no drips of shaving cream you'd always promise to wipe dry. I fold the towels in perfect rows, I stack the magazines. I've never seen this place so clean. It's like a magazine, but a museum full of silence. It's still just a tomb, and I'm the only visitor who's waiting in the room. I said I always wanted, but your echo's the only sound that the silence hasn't haunted. 'Cause I wish you had stayed messy, I wish you left your mark. I wish the bed wasn't made so tight here in the dark. I used to beg for order, now I'm begging at the door for a jacket on the banister, your shoes across the floor. I wish you hadn't cleaned up so neat when you walked away. I wish you had stayed messy, maybe then you would have strangers, chaos was just us. And I'm standing in this stillness, learning how to curse. Now I wish you had stayed messy. I wish you left your mark. I wish the bed wasn't made so tight here in the dark. I used to beg for order, now I'm begging at the door for a jacket on the banister, your shoes across the floor. I wish you hadn't cleaned up so neat when you walked away. I wish you had stayed messy. Maybe then you would have stayed. Maybe then you would have stayed. Left a dish in the sink, a drawer pulled out halfway. I wish you had stayed messy. I wish you had stayed. The first snow came this morning, soft and silent as a prayer, covering the sidewalk, covering the chair, the one you always sat in when you laced your winter boots. Now it's just a monument to abandoned roots. I haven't put up lights this year. What's the point of shining? The neighbors have their evergreens all glittering and fine. Of ornaments is sitting in the hall, a cardboard tomb of tinsel, a bauble-covered pall. It's December without you, and the world is white and cold. The carols on the radio are tales I can't retold. The fire burns but doesn't warm, the cocoa tastes like dust. Every holiday tradition is a promise turned to rust. December without you is the longest month of all. 31 days of missing you, 31 nights of fall. I saw your mother at the mall. She hugged me way too long. We both pretended not to see the tears where we were strong. She said he loved the season, the chaos and the cheer. I nodded and I bit my lip and wished that you were here. She gave me back the scarf I knit you 3 years ago. Last Christmas said he would want you to have it. It was always yours, I guess. I wrapped it around my neck and walked out in the falling snow. And your wool kept me warmer than any love I'll ever know. It's December without you, and the world is white and cold. The carols on the radio are tales I can't retold. The fire burns but doesn't warm, beginning is the end. How do you wish for happiness when your only wish won't bend? The boy will drop, the crowd will roar, the year will turn anew, but my calendar is frozen on the December I spent with you. It's December without you, and I'm learning how to breathe in a season that remembers everything you used to be. The snow will melt, the lights will calm down, the carols will go quiet, but the silence after Christmas holds a particularly violent riot. December without you, and I survived it, I suppose, but surviving isn't living, and everyone here knows. The first snow came this morning, soft and silent as a prayer, covering the sidewalk, covering the chair. And I stood at the window, your scarf around my throat, watching winter bury every single note. December without you, but I made it through the door. Though part of me will always be lost in the December before. The landlord fixed the bedroom door, the one that always stuck, the one that needed 3 good tugs and a whispered prayer for luck. He brought his tools and level, sanded down the swollen wood, said this'll close like butter now, smooth and silent, good as could. But after he left, I stood there staring at the perfect frame, and something in my chest gave way, something I can't name, because that door was yours and mine, 1,000 nights of shows, and now it closes easy, like you never knew our love. I've got a door that won't close, not on the hinges, not in the frame. It's the one inside my chest that still whispers out your name. It's the entrance to the hallway where your coat still hangs on air. It's the threshold of a future that I thought we both would share. The landlord fixed the bedroom door, but he couldn't fix my heart. It still swings open to the ghost of you, still stands apart. I tried to close it gently, tried to let the latch engage, tried to seal the memory on a different kind of page. But the wood has warped from all the years of leaning into you, and the frame is bent from all the weight of all we didn't do. I called a different carpenter, a specialist in grief. You said some doors don't close, my friend, some wounds are past belief. You can sand and plane and varnish, you can measure and you can cut, but the grain remembers every hand that ever touched the blade. I've got a door that won't close, not on the hinges, not in the frame. pretend we're still in love. I've got a door that won't close, and I think I'm glad it won't. I think I need the draft of you, the ghost of what we wrote. I think I need the squeak of hinge that sounds just like your laugh. I think I need the splintered wood that tears my heart in half, because a door that's closed completely is a door that says the end, and mine still says welcome home and come in, my love, come in, my closes like butter now, smooth and silent, good as could. But every night before I sleep, I open it again just to feel the air from when you were here, just to pretend I got a door that won't close, and I don't want it to, because closing it would mean I finally let go of you. Landlord fixed the bedroom door, the one that always stuck. The landlord fixed the bedroom door. The landlord fixed the bedroom door. I take the long way home now every single night. Add 15 minutes to my drive just to see your light. If it's on, I know you're up, maybe reading on the couch. If it's dark, you're sleeping and I pray you dream about the way we used to be before the breaking of the dam, before I became a stranger in the rear view. Who I am, I turn my radio down low, I don't wanna miss a thing. The maple tree we planted, how it's grown another ring. The curtains that you changed last spring, the color I don't know, the life I used to live in, now a window to a show. I drive past your house, slow and quiet, like a thief, stealing seconds of a life where I still streetlight turns to red, and I'm just a man who mourns. Last week I saw a moving truck. My stomach drops to stone. Thought maybe you were leaving me more alone. But it was just the neighbors 3 doors down moving out. I sat there in my idling car and laughed it all my doubt. Laughing till it cracked and bled into a sound I didn't know. The sound of someone praying just to watch a house not go. You don't even live there anymore. You moved 6 months ago, but I still drive to the old address, the only one I know. I drive past your house, slow and quiet, like a thief, stealing seconds of a life where I still held your belief. I know you're not waiting, I know you're not watching from the pain, but my heart still slows its breaking when I see your window frame. I drive past your house and for a moment I'm still yours. Then the streetlight turns to red, and I'm just a man who mourns. The new people put up Christmas lights in July. They don't know that's where we kiss goodbye. They don't know your feet touched every step to the door. They don't know you don't live here anymore. Sometimes I think about knocking, telling them your name, telling them this house was once a holy flame, but they call the cops and I drive away ashamed. Another man who loved too much, too late, too late. I drive past your house, but it isn't yours now. Just a stage where someone else is taking their bow, and I'm in the audience of one, still clapping for a ghost, still looking for your face among the strangers hosting hosts. I drive past your house, and I know I have to stop, but the wheels won't learn the lesson, and my foot forgets the top. The maple tree is taller now, the curtains aren't the same, and you don't even live there, but I whisper out your name. One more left turn, one more slow crawl, and my moment not letting go. I drive past your house because it's the only place I know. Moving truck came Thursday, took the couch, the bed, the chairs, the bookshelf from your father, the lamp that needed repairs. I stood in the empty my voice bouncing off the walls, a sound I didn't recognize, a sound that falls and falls. The landlord asked if I was okay. I said I'm fine, just tired. He nodded like he understood, like he'd been through the fire, but he hasn't seen the outlines of where your pictures hung, the darker rectangles of pain where all our love was strung. This is the empty space you filled, the negative of you, the shape of your existence in the absence of your hue. The room is full of nothing, but nothing has a weight, and I'm carrying the furniture of a life that left too late. This is the empty space you filled, and now it's just a tomb where echoes of your laughter bloom in permanent perfume. still holding on despite the fresh coat of eggshell, the carefully chosen frames. Your absence bleeds through everything. I still call out your name when I walk into the kitchen where your coffee mug once sat. Now it's just a circle of clean counters, sterile flat. This is the empty space you filled, the negative of you, the shape of your existence in the absence of your hue. The room is full of nothing, but nothing has a weight, and I'm carrying the furniture of a life that left too late. This is the empty space you filled, and now it's just a tomb where echoes of your laughter bloom in permanent perfume. I had a dream you came back, walked through the door like you used to. Said I'm sorry I took all the light, I'm sorry I confused you. And in the dream the room was full, the walls were warm and gold. The shadows where you used to stare had finally let you hold your place again, your space again, the hollow filled with you. I woke up reaching, grabbing air, the morning gray and blue, and I realized that emptiness is not a thing to fill. It's a scar you learn to carry, a wound you learn to still. This is the empty space you filled, and I'm learning how it breathes, how it expands in winter, how it catches in the leaves, how it settles in the corners where your shoes no longer rest, how it sleeps beside me nightly on the pillow of your chest. This is the empty space you filled, and I think it will remain a permanent impression of a beautiful, beautiful pain. The moving truck came Thursday, took the couch, the bed, the chairs, the bookshelf from your father, the lamp that needed repairs. But some things cannot be moved, cannot be boxed and stored away. The empty space you filled is here, and here is where it stays. The empty space you filled, I trace it with my hand, a geography of missing you, a map of where we plan to build a life, to build a home, to build a family. Not just the outline of a love that used to live in me. I saw you at the grocery store, aisle 7 by the wine. You were reaching for a bottle. 2019 was a good year, I think, for wine. Your hand paused midair, you felt my stare. You turned and met my eyes, and 7 years of history collapsed into polite surprise. You smiled first, that same soft smile that used to end my wars. I smiled back, a reflex learned from loving you before. And then the silence stretched between us, thick and strange and new, a landscape of the people that we both become, we too. You're a familiar stranger, I know your face, I know your name, I know the way you take your coffee, know your mother's maiden name. But I don't know who you are now, don't know the dreams you chase, and I don't know if you still laugh the same, if you still feel the light. You're a familiar stranger, and I'm the same to you, I guess. Two people who once knew each other's bones now wear the dress of polite and distant kindness, of how have you been, and take care. A familiar stranger standing there. You asked about my mother, I said she's doing well. You said you saw my sister's post, the one from Barcelona. You could tell she looked so happy. You were glad. You always liked her grace. I nodded, thanked you, held my card and tried to find my face. You said you moved to Oakwood, said you liked the quiet streets. I said I stayed in the old place, the one with the box and heat. You said we had some good times there and we looked away. I said we didn't watch the years dissolve into the gray. You're a familiar stranger, I know your face, I know your name. I know the way you take your coffee, know your mother's maiden name. But I don't know who you are now, don't know the dreams you're chasing. I don't know if you still are the same, if you still feel the light. You're a familiar stranger, and I'm the same to you, I guess. Two people who once knew each other's bones now wear the dress of polite and distant kindness, of how have you been, and take care. A familiar stranger standing there. I wanted to ask you if you still think of me when rain hits the glass, if you still remember how I took my coffee, if you ever let the past creep into your present like a thief, like a flood, like a prayer. I wanted to ask if you still love me, but I didn't dare, because your card had groceries for one, and your hand had no ring. And I wondered if that meant something, or if it meant nothing. But I couldn't read the language of your silence anymore. The translation of your eyes was lost when you walked out the door. You're a familiar stranger, and we said our quick goodbyes. I watched you walk to check, I watched the fluorescent light baptize the back of your head, the slope of your shoulders, the way you held your purse. And I felt the familiar strangeness of a universe reversed, where I'm just a memory you visit when you're in this town, and you are just a photograph I carry, never put down. A familiar stranger, and I think we'll always be two people who once loved so deeply, now so distantly. I saw you at the grocery store, aisle 7 by the wine. You were reaching for a bottle. 2019 was a good year, I think, for wine. And I stood there after you left, staring at the shelf, holding on to nothing but the ghost of who we were, myself. A familiar stranger, that's what we became. Two people who once burned so bright, now just a flicker in the frame. A familiar stranger, and I still don't know your name. The one you have now, one you are, not the one I knew before the war. A familiar stranger. And I miss you still, even though I don't know you, even though I never will. You packed your bags in 30 seconds, didn't even break a sweat. Folded all your memories like you'd already forget. I stood there in the doorway, holding on to every breath, watching you move lightly through the wreckage of us left. You zipped your suitcase casually, checked your phone for the time, kissed my cheek like it was nothing, like a period at the end of the line. No tears, no trembling hands, no hesitation at the door. Just a simple take care of yourself, like you said 1,000 times before. Wanted to be angry, wanted wanted you to feel the way, but you carried our goodbye like it was feathers, not afraid. It was a featherweight goodbye, so light it barely landed. A whisper when I needed thunder, a breeze when I needed bandage. You walked away like Sunday morning, easy and unafraid, while I collapsed beneath the weight of everything you never weighed. Featherweight goodbye, you didn't even feel it leave while I'm still here, bleeding out from the cut you didn't perceive. I've been carrying this grief like a body on my back. Every step a struggle, every breath a heart attack. You're out there living lightly, no anchor around your chest, while I'm still here drowning in the shallows of the mess. I wonder if you ever think about that Tuesday afternoon, or if it's just a feather floating in some forgotten room. How do you hold a lifetime in your hands and just let go? How do you make forever disappear like melting snow? I've been trying to understand the physics of your ease, this effortless departure, this weightless, soundless breeze. It was a featherweight goodbye, so light it barely landed. A whisper when I needed thunder, a breeze when I needed bandaged. You walked away like Sunday morning, easy and unafraid, while I collapsed beneath the weight of everything you never weighed. Featherweight goodbye, you didn't even feel it leave while I'm still here, bleeding out from the cut you didn't perceive. I wish I could have borrowed just a gram of your release. I wish my heart knew how to set you down and be at peace. But every goodbye I've ever known has been a stone inside my chest, and you just scattered yours like dandelion spores, I guess. Maybe that's the difference between you and me. You love like gravity doesn't exist, and I love like it's all I'll ever be. It was a featherweight goodbye, so light it barely landed. A whisper when I needed thunder, a breeze when I needed bandage. You walked away like Sunday morning, easy and unafraid, while I collapsed beneath the weight of everything you never weighed. Featherweight goodbye, you didn't even feel it leave while I'm still here, bleeding out from the cut you didn't perceive. Featherweight goodbye, you floated out the door. Featherweight goodbye, and I sank to the floor. Featherweight goodbye, you barely made a sound. Featherweight goodbye, and I'm still trying to drown the memory of your lightness, the ease of your retreat. You gave a featherweight goodbye, and I accepted defeat. Featherweight goodbye, I'm still trying to understand how something so weightless could land so heavily on Featherweight goodbye. Featherweight goodbye. So light, and I'm still here, holding the weight of a featherweight goodbye that came too late to save me, too late to break me, but heavy enough to keep me here waiting for a weight that never comes, for love that never lands. Featherweight goodbye slips through my hands, through my hands, through my hands. Featherweight goodbye just slips through my hands. Clean the window Sunday, like I do every spring. Windex and no newspaper, the whole ritual of cleaning. I sprayed and wiped and buffed until the pain was crystal clear. And then I saw it, faint and small, a ghost I'd held for years. Your thumbprint on the corner from when you held the frame. The day we moved in together, the day we signed our names. You would lean against the window, pointed at the garden below. Said this is ours now, all of it, everything we sold. There's a fingerprint on the glass that I cannot wash away. No solvent, no solution, no matter how I pray. I scrubbed it with my tears, I rubbed it with my sleeve, but some marks are too deep for a heart to ever leave. The window shows the world outside, the garden and the sky, but all I see is the tiny swirl of the last time you said I can't reclaim. There's a fingerprint on the glass that I cannot wash away. No solvent, no solution, no matter how I pray. I've scrubbed it with my tears, I've rubbed it with my sleeve, but some marks are too deep for a heart to ever leave. The window shows the world outside, the garden and the sky, but all I see is the tiny swirl with their scrapers and their tools, finding your small fingerprint among the surfaces and jewels. Will they wonder who you were? Will they pause before they clear? Or will they just keep working, indifferent to what disappears? There's a fingerprint on the glass that I will have to lose. The new owners don't know you, they got nothing to prove. And I'll pack my boxes, I'll move on, I'll find another day. But I'll carry yours with me, like a watermark, like a stain. Because some marks are not on windows, some marks are on the soul. And your fingerprint on my heart is the only thing I hold. I clean the windows Sunday one last time before I go. I spread and wiped and buffed until the paint was white as snow. Except that one small corner where I let the smudge remain. A tiny prayer, a tiny proof, a tiny blessed stain. Your fingerprint on the glass, the only thing that stayed when everything else left me and quietly decayed. Forecast said it was coming, but I didn't believe. Not until I saw the windows turn to frosted, silent grief. Not until I woke to white light bouncing off the ground, the kind of quiet morning that used to make your smile resound. You pull the curtains open, say it's here, it's finally here. And I'd grown from under blankets, pull you back in, pull you near. We'd call in sick, make cocoa, watch the world erase its lines. Two people in a snow globe, convinced we had unlimited time. This is the first snow without you, and the flakes don't dance the same. They fall like little apologies, like tears without a name. The yard is wide and seamless, no footprints leading out. And I'm standing at the window full of wonder and of doubt. This is the first snow without you, and it's beautiful and cruel, a winter wonderland I never asked for, never learned to rule. I made the cocoa anyway, use your grandmother's old pot, the one you said was magic, the one that hit the spot. I put in extra marshmallows the way you always liked, and I sat there on the couch and stared at the paralyzed. The white, the still, the silent, the hush of the new year. And I swore I heard your laughter, swore I felt you near. But it was just the furnace kicking on, just the settling of the house, just a man alone in winter, quiet as a mouse. This is the first snow without you, and the flakes don't dance the same. They fall like little apologies, like tears without a name. The yard is wide and seamless, no footprints leading out. And I'm standing at the window full of wonder and of doubt. This is the first snow without you, and it's beautiful and cruel, a winter wonderland I never asked for, never learned to rule. I thought about building a snowman, the way we did that This is the first snow without you, and I hear it's gonna last. A storm system moving in from the west, buried in the past. They're calling for accumulations, for drifting and for ice. And I'm learning that the weather doesn't ask for your advice. This is the first snow without you, and I'm sure I'll survive. But surviving isn't living, and the cold has arrived. The forecast said it was coming, and it came just like they said. The first snow without you, falling heavy on the shed, on the bird feeder you built, on the car we never washed, on the memory of your body in the bed where we were lost. I stood at the window for an hour, maybe two, maybe three, and I whispered your name into the glass, and you wrote back, I'm free. But it was just the frost, just the cold, just the winter's clever heart. Just the first snow without you, landing softly on my heart. You called me late last night, said you've been thinking about the past, said you finally understand, said you're sorry it couldn't last. Your voice was soft and shaky, like the phone was heavy too, like the weight of 3 long years finally caught up to you. You said you hope I'm doing well, hope I found some peace of mind. Said you carry what you did to me every single day, every single night. I listened to you breathing, heard the silence stretch between everything I wanted to say and everything I couldn't scream. And I wanna give you forgiveness, I wanted to set us both free. I wanted to be the bigger person, the better part of you and me. But forgiveness isn't something you just hand out at the door. It's not a switch you flip because someone's keeping score. I wanted to give you peace, I wanted to give you relief, but the forgiveness I can't give is the forgiveness you need. You said you've changed, you said you're different now, said you finally learned to love without burning everything down. Said you hope I don't hate you, hope I don't wish you will. Said you're asking for a pardon, not a pill. I thought about the nights I cried until I couldn't see. Thought about the version of me that you made me have to be. I wanted to be merciful, I wanted to be kind, but mercy doesn't live in every corner of my mind. And I wanted to give you forgiveness, I wanted to set us both free. I wanted to be the bigger person, the better part of you and me. But forgiveness isn't something you just hand out at the door. It's not a switch you flip because someone's keeping score. I wanted to give you peace, I wanted to give you relief, but the forgiveness I can't give is the forgiveness you need. I forgave you for the leaving, I forgave you for the lies, I forgave you for the empty look that lived inside your eyes. I forgave you for the Sundays you spent somewhere else. I forgave you for the silence, for loving only yourself. But there's a part of me you broke that never learned to mend. There's a version of myself I lost and can't get back again. I forgave you for the past, I forgave you for the pain, but I can't forgive you for who I became in the rain. So I wanted to give you forgiveness. God knows I wanted to set us free. I wanted to be the bigger person, the better part of you and me. But forgiveness isn't something you can manufacture or fake. It's not a debt you pay for your own damn sake. I wanted to give you peace, I wanted to give you relief. But the forgiveness I can't give is the forgiveness you need. You said you hope I don't hate you, I don't hate you. I just can't absolve you, I can't unbreak me for you. I wanted to say it's okay, I wanted to say I'm fine. I wanted to give you the words that would ease your mind. But the forgiveness I can't give is the only one that counts. And some debts don't get settled, some wells don't have fountains. So I hung up the phone and I sat in the quiet. The forgiveness I can't give is the forgiveness you never buy. I really did give you forgiveness, I really did. But the forgiveness I can't give is the forgiveness that you did. I moved the photographs into a cardboard box, packed away your t-shirts in the drawer that's full of socks, rearranged the furniture so I don't see that chair, the one where you would sit sometimes and brush through your hair. I painted over memories, the color on the wall. I deleted all our messages, I thought I'd done it all. I was so busy building walls and burning every bridge. I never saw the crack appear, the shadow on the ridge. I remember to erase your name out of my phone. I remember to walk past that house and walk alone. I remembered every reason that we said goodbye. But I forgot to forget your laugh, I forgot to forget your eyes. Oh, I forgot to forget. I changed the route I used to take to not pass by that street where we would share an umbrella in the rain and the sleet. I trained myself to fall asleep on the left side of the bed, to not reach out across the sheets and see you in my head. I taught my mouth to not pronounce the word I used to say the morning that I wake up next to you and start the day. I thought that I was healing, I thought I made amends, but forgetting to forget you means it never really ends. I remember to erase your name out of my phone. I remember to walk past and walk alone. I remember every reason that we said goodbye. But I forgot to forget your laugh, I forgot to forget your eyes. Oh, I forgot to forget. And it's not the memories I made with you I can't let go. It's the ones I'm still making alone, you're in every shadow. It's imagining your face when something good takes place, turning around to tell you see an empty space. And it hits me like a wave, cruelest trick of time. You can leave a life behind, but a heart still falls in line. I remember to erase your name out of my phone. I remember to walk past that house and walk alone. I remembered every reason that we said goodbye, but I forgot to forget your laugh. I forgot to forget your eyes. Oh, I forgot to forget your voice. I forgot to forget your touch. I thought I'd done enough. It's never been enough. I forgot to forget. Forgot how we met. Forgot to forget. My one regret, I forgot to forget you, yeah. I saw you at the grocery store, out selling bread and wine. You were reaching for the Cabernet, the same one we used to buy. I froze right there between the pasta and the olive oil. You turned around and saw me, and the years began to coil. Your mouth opened slightly, like a door lift off the latch, and I watched 1,000 memories collapse into a patch. We stood there in the silence, fluorescent light of bird. Two people who once promised each other endless love. You said my name like a question, like you weren't sure it was true. And I said yours like an answer I'd forgotten, I still knew. It was a fractured hello, broken on delivery, a word that couldn't carry all the way you handed me. It cracked between us, splintered, fell apart before it landed. A simple greeting, complicated, scarred and stranded. Fractured hello, the pieces on the floor. Two strangers picking up the parts of what we were before. And nothing in that syllable could ever bridge the space. Just a fractured hello between two fractured faces. We talked for 2.7 minutes, standing by the bed. You asked about my family, I asked about your dad. You said you got that promotion, moved across the town. I said I finally painted over the wall. You painted brown. We laughed at something small, the way we used to do. And for a moment I forgot that I wasn't still with you. But then the silence settled in the car between us. Stood a shopping cart of ordinary, where once it was a flood. You looked down at your list, I looked down at my shoes. Two people who had everything and nothing left to lose. It was a fractured hello, broken on delivery, a word that couldn't carry all the weight you handed me. It cracked between us, splintered, fell apart before it landed. Just between two fractured faces. We said goodbye like always, like it was just for now, like we'd see each other later, like we'd figure out how. But we both knew this wasn't a beginning or an end, just two ghosts who recognized each other passing through again. I pushed my car toward checkout, you went the other way. A fractured hello was all we had left to say. And I thought about the first time, how smooth that hello came. No cracks, no weight, no history, no shadow, no shame. Now it's a fractured hello, broken on delivery. A word that couldn't carry all the weight you handed me. A crack between a splinter fell apart before it landed. The simple greeting, complicated, scarred and stranded, fractured. All the pieces on the floor, two strangers picking up the parts of what we were before. Nothing in that syllable could ever bridge this space, just a fractured hello between two fractured faces. I made it to my car before the tears began to fall. A fractured hello was the last thing you'd ever call. Not a goodbye, not an apology, not a plea, just a broken greeting you handed back to me. Fractured hello. I practiced it 1,000 times, what I'd say if we ever